So, edition 1, we have our results. So, edition 1 results coming in. We all know, of course, our team got back to the qualifier. This will continue to be the team for anyone who wants to qualify in weeks. Frankie, who will try his best not to get sacked like I did. And get qualified next time around. Let's hope he can join us then. So that was the only team this time. We will usually have several teams here, but for this time it was just the one. And this is where we stand in the last season. We had Pizza got 228. I think, yeah, these are the wrong way around this time, which is fine. Frankie doesn't matter, but the wrong way around to normal. We've got Colby who got 225. This is very impressive, folks. Really good stuff. Warmind 142, a little bit more normal. Still a good score, but a little bit more normal. Well done to Pizza, by the way. 228 is quite impressive. Colby too, fantastic stuff. Chris GLT also over 100, a very good effort. Well done, Chris. We then get to myself on 51, and that is it for this season. We had a couple of people who have been submitting and did qualify because they did 3 seasons, but didn't qualify, didn't submit this time around, which is fine as far as qualification is concerned, but it might mean that they get into a lower league, because obviously it means that you've got only 3 seasons worth of scores rather than 4, and we do have two leagues worth this time. Bale, Jamsey, nothing at all. So this is where we were at the end of the last one, and then we will see the final standings. So that's what we looked like at the end of season 3. You can see there we only had one missing season in the whole thing from the 7 people that we have participating actively, which is good. What we want to see is people submitting lots and lots and lots of scores, which is fantastic. Obviously, that's what we're looking for, is for people to just submit as much as possible. As far as I'm concerned, the thing I care about most is the 4 out of 4s. Those people are my superstars. So everyone, other than Warmind, who's a pretty good superstar anyway, you're all superstars for that, at least up to season 3. Slightly different score in season 4, as you know. So we had Jamsey quite a long way ahead. Unlikely to be caught anyway, to be honest. But as you can see, we had Colby and Pizza on exactly the same score. We then had Bale, Chris very, very close together. Warmind a little bit further behind, but not impossible he could catch up with Bale. Obviously, with the situation as it was, we decided for various reasons that we do want 2 tables, 2 leagues for the next edition. What I said to Frankie, because he isn't involved in this, he made the decision on whether it was 3 and 4 or 4 and 3. So we will see what Frankie has decided. I actually don't know the answer to this. So obviously we're going to find out the scores in a sec. We're also going to find out whether there's 4 and a 3, as in 4 in the Super League and 3 in Division 2, or whether it's 3 in the Super League and 4 in Division 2. That was Frankie's decision on the basis that he was a neutral. So season 4 results first. So we'll see. Obviously, if you are top 3, you're definitely in the Super League. If you're 4th, we will find out what Frankie decided shortly. Okay, so it's only that 4th place who will be in any doubt. Obviously, 5th, 6th, and 7th, all in Division 2. So that's how it ended up. The actual leagues didn't actually change, but we have Pizza as the winner of the qualifiers, which is fantastic. Pizza, well done. Jamsey obviously was leading, but failed to submit, although it doesn't actually make any massive difference because he's qualified and he's in the Super League no matter what. Now Bale, hold on, slight mistake here from Frankie, sorry guys. Just to point out, this is slight mistake, it's only a tiny little one. You can see there that Bale got 281, and therefore he should have been just above me and below Warmind. So it's Chris GLT who may or may not be in Super League. That decision has been made by Frankie. I do not know what the criteria are. Given that he's close to Warmind, you would think that might mean that he's in the 2nd tier, but we shall see. That, as I say, is out of my hands. So, edition 2. We do not know the teams yet. That's coming shortly. I will tell you in a second. If you do have any last minute options for me, please let me know. But we have Super League. There we are. I was right. It's Pizza, Colby and Jamsey in Super League. and Bale, Chris, GLT, Warmind, and myself in Division 2. Now, as far as promotions and relegations are concerned, at least one player will be promoted and relegated from every league, and that will always be the case. Don't worry, Frankie, it's only a little thing. I assume the scores were right, were they? The numbers? It doesn't matter, because everyone's in the right leagues anyway, so it honestly doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. So, as I say, one person will definitely be promoted from Division 2, one person will definitely be relegated from Super League. There may be more people going up, down, depending on numbers that join who qualify. So if we, for example, get 3 or 4 qualifiers, then what we'll probably do is have maybe 2, possibly even 3 going up from Division 2 and 1 person coming down from Super League. It is possible we may also have 3 divisions. We shall see how it goes. If people like having kind of smaller groups of 3 or 4 rather than 6 or 7, I will consider that certainly. We did have a formula in FMUL 24 that kind of dictated exactly which people would be in which groups. But for now, we kind of put that to one side, basically because we want to have more than one league, and we figured with 7 we would have previously only had 1. So at the moment we're going to have 2 leagues. We shall see how that develops. There is, as Pizza says, an all-out war between Pizza Colby and Jamsey in the Super League. As I say, only one person there will not be either a winner or relegated. So it's going to be very, very exciting. You're looking to either win it or be relegated, and only one person will do neither. So very, very exciting, and I'm looking forward to that battle royale. And that competition for the promotion to the Super League will be intense as well. People qualifying, the assumption will be that the top 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 will be in Division 2, and then everyone else will be in a 3rd division if we have more. However, if there's someone who kind of runs away with it, I might sort of take an executive decision that they get a double promotion, just because we've got so few people in the leagues at the moment. But that will all depend on numbers and how we allocate things and so on. As I say, the one thing I will guarantee is that the person finishes bottom of the Super League will be relegated. The person that finishes top of Division 2 will be promoted. Everything else we shall see. I mean, it will be realistic. I'm not going to promote everyone. I'm not going to relegate everyone, obviously. So that is your leagues. What we don't yet have are teams. So does anyone, this is the last call now, please put it in the chat if you would like to. No one has it in there yet. Please put it in the chat if you'd like to submit any last minute options. But what I am thinking at the moment is that it's going to be simply my options, which I shall show you now. So we have 5 options. 4 of them are women's teams. I figured we should probably have a women's edition sooner rather than later, given that it's a new addition to FM. I'm assuming most of you haven't yet done it. I am actually managing Arsenal Women, just because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan. I've got an Arsenal men's save and an Arsenal women's save, and I'm just doing 1 season and rotating, which is great fun. I'm really enjoying it, unlike the Borussia Mönchengladbach save. So the 4 teams we have, and this is, I will try and aim to do this every time we have an even season. We'll have the list of all the options with whose save it was, the team, and why that team's been chosen. So we've got Liverpool and Man City women, both of whom, you know, fairly big teams. They're underperforming. I can't remember exactly when. I didn't write that down in a huge amount of detail, but they're doing worse than you would expect them to do. Liverpool, sort of, you would expect to be upper mid-table in the women's leagues. Man City should be challenging for the title. I think from memory, Liverpool just missed out on relegation, and Man City were nowhere near the title, so clearly underperforming. Barcelona women have, in this save, just lost the title for the first time in I think it's about 12 years, certainly more than 10. So your job, if that team gets picked, will be to restore them to their former glory. Roma women, they won the title the year before last in this save, and then finished, again, I can't remember exactly where, but they were miles off the title, not even close. So again, your job will be to try and push them back towards the top. Obviously, those 4 options all give you a slightly different thing that certainly in FMUL we haven't had before, and I haven't managed anyone other than Arsenal, which obviously Arsenal, being an Arsenal fan, they're a team I know really well. I will struggle a lot more, I think, with any other women's team, certainly Barcelona or Roma, because I don't know them as well. And then the other one was a men's team. It was Saint-Etienne, who are, I think they just missed out on relegation, which, I mean, I think of Saint-Etienne as being a team who kind of, at least on the cusp of Europe, if not necessarily in it, and therefore should be doing rather better than they were in that save. So those are the 5 options. I'm just going to quickly set up a wheel now. So the first team that we will pick for edition 2 will be, obviously I'll send out the save shortly. It's Roma Women. Okay, so Roma Women will be one of the teams. And the other one will be, looks like it's going to be Liverpool, I think. Yes, Liverpool Women. So we've got 2 women's leagues. I kind of hope that will be the case for this particular edition, just to have a little christening of women's football in FMUL. So we've got Roma and Liverpool. Now I genuinely don't know which way around that's going to be. So let's find out, shall we? I've just thought I'm going to have to, do I have to? Exactly the same format. The only difference is it starts at a different date. It starts on the date you've just seen. Okay, so I haven't fast forwarded it because I just think it'd be useful for you to have a full thing. There will be challenges. That's coming. So hold your horses for challenges. I'll stay on stream until all of this is clear. Don't worry.